Hi, I'm Sarah Solomon-Dodden with MPItv, sponsored by Caesars Entertainment. Now, it is the final day of IMEX America 2018, but the energy is far from over. We are here to talk about partnerships that make us stronger and smarter together. And here to do so is three industry leaders, Ray Bloom and Carina Bauer with the IMEX Group and Paul Van Deventer with MPI. And we are here to talk about, one, the success of IMEX America, but also the success of this partnership. Since 2011, we are stronger and smarter together. So Paul, if you want to speak to this partnership and really how it's unfolded and become what it is today.
Well, Ray, Carina, and my predecessor all got together and looked at the opportunity of these two great industry organizations and how, in partnership, they could actually benefit the industry in a better way. And over the last 7 years, we've evolved that. Our teams work very strongly together every day. They collaborate regularly. And what you see is that comes to life at these large events in the world. It comes to life in the educational programming that we're able to offer. And then in a great way for the industry, it comes to life in how IMEX and these events support the MPI Foundation. This week alone, we raised almost $400,000 for the foundation, which provides scholarships to give back to this industry. But it's all because of that core relationship between IMEX and MPI.
Yeah, and that is a fantastic accomplishment. And Ray, you know, it's about the education, it's about the foundation and really giving back to the industry, but it's also about the great connections in business that happen on the trade show floor. So let's talk about this week and just the success and the energy that we've seen.
Yes, we're really very pleased about the energy there is in the show. This year, of course, we took an additional hall in the show. Therefore, we were able to bring some of the initiatives and amenities onto the show floor, plus the exhibitor took more space. So in fact, the show was much larger. The great thing is that the energy is just as strong as it's ever been. And this is due to the industry itself getting together, wanting to do business. Suppliers from all over the world, over 3,500 of them, and the hosted buyers and other buyer attendees who are here, who've come here ready to talk business.
And that's exactly what they're doing. And outside of this partnership, Carina, I want to talk about the partnership with C2. You know, we talk about creating an experience for attendees and experiential learning, really. So tell us about C2 for those that aren't familiar with it.
So we entered into a partnership with C2 organization. They've been around for about 7 years, creating a really interesting business event up in Montreal. And really it's about that kind of collision of creativity and commerce. That's what they're all about. And when you visit C2 Montreal, you see those creative ideas coming out in a business setting. So really, how do you create that experience but still that learning? And I think you know, they do that in a very specific way in Montreal, which works for them there. I think the learning for us at IMEX and then for everybody here who runs business events all through the year is how do you bring into your business event those experimental or experiential and creative activities which give more flavor to the event, which give some fun to the attendees, help them learn in a different way or do business in a different way without taking away from the core of what your event is about. And that's really the key, that's the challenge as well for us, because attendees want more from all of us, but you have to fit it into your event in a way that really works.
Yeah, and it really taps into the attendee emotion, technology. It's just a beautiful blend of innovation.
Absolutely, and I think the key thing and what we've tried to showcase here this week is that you can do it in big ways and you can do it in small ways as well. So even if it's the fact of having music as people are walking into the show, which lifts the atmosphere and changes the emotion, that can be a great way to do it. So I think that's our message as well for meeting planners and organizers, and also our suppliers who are trying to help their organizers to do this. Think of all those little things as well as the big things, because the little things can have just as much impact.
Well, thank you for always thinking outside of the box and innovating for our industry. I appreciate all three of your leadership. And thank you for joining us on MPItv. So you heard Paul mention that we've raised $400,000 for the MPI Foundation just this week, which is incredible, and we appreciate all of your support. But of course, that support could not be possible without our sponsors, Caesars Entertainment, who opened up their doors at Dre's, their beautiful nightclub at the Cromwell Hotel, to help us in aiding and raising funds for the MPI Foundation. Lisa Messina, VP of Sales for Caesars Entertainment, joins us now. Lisa, thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm so happy you could join us today because I'm excited to talk to you about your new role within Caesars.
Yes.
You've been with the company for 8 months now.
Yes.
How has that transition been?
It's been absolutely amazing. I was very excited to join the team. It is a very good time to be with Caesars Entertainment. So many exciting things going on, and I've just joined an amazing group of people. So very exciting.
Can you talk about your team, your sales team, and how you plan to elevate the experience at Caesars through your new leadership role?
Absolutely. We already have an amazing group of people and an amazing structure. Naturally, when you come in as a new leader, there's a few things that you identify. And how do you identify that? You spend time with your customers, spend time with your hoteliers, and spend time with your team members and say, what is it that could help us elevate our game and take it to the next level? So there's a few things we're gonna do just to enhance the experience when you work with Caesars Entertainment, whether it's through the sales process or when you're on property with us. But we've got just a few tweaks we're gonna make. And naturally we have to do that because with Caesars Forum coming online, we've got a big tick in revenue that we're responsible for. So you have to tweak things to make sure you can increase that revenue as well.
Yeah, and speaking of Caesars Forum, you guys have a booked calendar and you're only booking more and more, I'm sure. So
I
how have
know.
the conversations been this week at IMEX America, especially around the excitement of Caesars Forum?
Yes, people have been so excited about it. The company was right to invest in this conference center and convention center. It's been so well received by our customers on so many levels. I think Michael Massari needs the shout out here because his years of experience dealing with customers and servicing the big group client, that lent to the construction and design that is bringing Caesars Forum to us. So very well received. We're ahead of pace as far as where we anticipated our bookings being, and the momentum's just continued this week at IMEX. So very good.
You know, you mentioned Mike Massari, who's been with the company for quite some time, which
Yes.
really speaks to the company culture, right? So when you entered into this new role, what really drew you to the culture of Caesars Entertainment?
It is, first, Michael Massari obviously has an incredible reputation in our industry, and I'm always personally looking to join people that I would emulate and want to grow with, so he's clearly somebody like that. There's many more people like him in the organization, so for a very large organization, it's actually got a very family feel as well. And we're a gaming company, not a hospitality company, so meetings and events is just one portion of the larger empire. And we have this autonomy to run our business the way we need to, and that's very exciting. So all that added to me joining.
Well, we are certainly excited to have you on the Caesars Entertainment family.
Thank
I'm
you.
personally excited to serve with you on GBOT
Yes.
this year and really help raise funds for the MPI Foundation.
Yes.
So I appreciate your time here today on MPItv and for your sponsorship.
Thank
of
you so
MPItv.
much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
All right, so after a long but productive week of IMEX America, we are calling it quits. Thank you for joining us on MPItv, sponsored by Caesars Entertainment. We look forward to seeing you next year at IMEX America 2019. Here's a quick look at our sponsor.